Jimbo's Garage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Jimbo's Garage. Well, today's video is going to be focusing on those of you who are just getting into welding, fabricating, and not sure what you need and how to get started. For those of you who are already welder and fabricators, this video may not be for you. I get a lot of comments in the comment sections, and people are asking me, I just want to get started in welding. What are the essentials? What are the tools? What are the things that I need to get started in either my shop or my garage or just general in welding and fabrication? So that's what I want to focus on here today. So the very first thing I want to talk about, obviously, is a welding machine. Now, I don't know what your budget is or what your budget is going to be, but for an all-around good machine, I would recommend a multi-process machine. Now, there's a few manufacturers out there that offer this. Now, this is TIG, MIG, stick, all in one machine. Pretty versatile. Allows you to do all three processes and just keep it in one complete unit. Those things range in price range from, you know, as low as maybe $600 or $700 up to a couple $1,000. So I'm not certain what your budget is, but I'll put a link in the description below of some of those manufacturers. The next thing is a good helmet. I strongly recommend a good helmet. There's a couple different types. There is fixed lens, which is just one lens color, whether it be 8 or 9 or 10, 11 or 12 or whatever you choose to put in there. When you flip your hood down, it is dark. So you better be ready to initiate your strike prior to putting your hood down. That's okay, some people prefer those. I prefer auto darkening, and that's what I have right here. And don't go cheap when you're looking for a helmet. You only have really one set of eyes. And if you could do anything, spend a few extra bucks and get a good helmet. This is a Jackson Balder. This is a very good helmet. I use this a lot. Also the Lincoln Viking over there and the HTP Striker as well. These are all very good helmets right here. Price range between $100 and $300 for these helmets right here. So you might want to think about that. The next thing is gloves. You know, gloves, there's several different types of gloves. Now, not necessary to have all. There's stick welding gloves right here, MIG welding gloves, and TIG welding gloves. But you know, that is just they're different in just a little way. TIG welding gloves are a little bit thinner, a little bit more lightweight. Allows you to be able to feel your filler rod and your torch, so you can have a little bit of flexibility and maneuverability when you're welding. You know, stick welding and MIG welding gloves relatively the same, so you don't really need all three. Just one, maybe good middle of the line pair of gloves to get started would be great. Welding protection in terms of jacket. This is a welding jacket right here. I have several of them, different weights. This is more heavy duty. It's got some leather on it. Comes all the way up to here, protects the snaps above your neckline right here. Important to have these. These range from, and my first jacket was a Hobart jacket, and I think I paid $22 for it online. But the most expensive jacket I got is a Lincoln, and I paid like $300 for that one. So they range in all kinds of price ranges, but it's not necessary. These things are fairly inexpensive for a decent jacket. Or sleeves. I've been using sleeves. It's hot here in Southern California most of the year round, and so for me the sleeves are a little bit more comfortable. I don't do long-term welding where I'm welding for hours at a time. Most of my stuff is short-term, so the sleeves gives me good added protection and it keeps me a little bit cooler. So either one of those is good. The next is probably some hearing protection. Now there's all kinds of different hearing protections. This is the muff style right here. You've got the ones that go around your neck and the little foam part right here, and even they have just the foam part alone to put in. Very inexpensive again, but almost a must to have, especially when you're working in the shop and doing a lot of grinding. And then safety glasses. I wear glasses, but if you don't, safety glasses is a great thing to have. Very important. Like I said, you only have one pair of eyes, and it's always important to have safety glasses. All right, so that takes care of that part of the deal. Now we're getting into some tools. Again, All of these things are very inexpensive to get started with. And these are some of the must tools to have when you're getting started. One is pencils. These are silver pencils. You may see me use these in my videos a lot. These things are like $1 a piece, a little less than $1 a piece. They last a long time. They mark really well on metal. It's a great thing to have. Obviously a tape measure. You gotta have a tape measure. That's what you need to make all your dimensions and measure everything. So a good tape measure is a good thing to have. Another thing is a speed square. You can get these. You can get these anywhere, big box store, online, wherever. But a nice speed square gives you 90 and 45 degree angles and several readings in between. Very helpful for layout. As well as a combination square. Combination square, very important thing to have. Provides nice straight lines for marking. Gives you the 45 and the 90 degree as well. I use these a lot. And then how about a mag square? These aren't necessary. This is just a little added luxury to have if you can. They're fairly inexpensive. These are strong hands, are a little bit more pricier, but these right here you can get just about any welding supply store. They're very inexpensive, but it sure helps when you're laying out 90 degree and 45 degree angles and holding your material in place. A wire brush, a nice stainless steel wire brush is a must-have, especially if you're doing stick welding or dual shield flux core. A nice wire brush to clean things up, as well as a slag hammer. Slag hammer, again, you can use several different things, but this is what it's designed for when you're stick welding, to knock the slag off and clean up your welds a little bit. And last thing is a grinder. Every welder needs a grinder because you're not gonna have perfect welds all the time. You are gonna have mistakes. So a nice grinder is almost a must-have. I've got 6 or 7 of them. This particular one is a Ryobi pistol grip or trigger grip, whatever you prefer to call it. The reason why I use Ryobi is they're lightweight. They're easy to handle. I like working with them. I've got several of them. I'm not saying you need to use a Ryobi. There's all kinds of manufacturers out there. It's just what I choose. They're very inexpensive. I think they're like $39, and I think that's a good value, especially when you're having several of them. And the reason why I have several of them is because I'm changing wheels a lot. You know, cutoff wheel, grinding wheel, flap discs, wire wheels, all kinds of different wheels that you're constantly changing, and it's nice to have several grinders. So this is just a short little video for those of you who are just getting started in welding and fabrication and the things that you need to have and or must have to get started. You know, for a few $100, like I said, you can have all of this outside of a machine and a good helmet. So I hope this answered any of the questions that you guys have. I'm going to put a link in the description below. All these items are available on Amazon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.